What's going on, Scorpio? Welcome to my channel. We're about to jump into your energy. This goes out to sun, moon, rising, singles, couples, men and women. Cross watchers are welcome. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please check the description box below, and all that information will be there. With that out of the way, let's see what we have for you. Fast movement. So maybe for a few of you, you feel that your magic or your spiritual practices is kind of at a quickening, where you might think something or you might do a working, whether it's a sigil working, something with oils, talismans, amulets, prayer, invocation, evocation, conjuring, root work, one of the billion paths out there. But many of you are having you might have some nitrous dumped into your spiritual path. I'm hearing there are some things that need to be done that will benefit you before the full ending of 2020. These aren't things that you have missed or lessons that you have failed. No, no. And if you feel that you have maybe failed some lessons along the path of 2020, understand that you won't pass every test in your life. I know that probably one or two people is going to resonate with this. But the test, the Kobayashi Maru pops into my head, where you never were meant to win that test. You were never really meant to defeat that test. You were meant to fail it. It was meant to show you and to help you see how you would be in a no-win situation. But that's neither here nor there. Just sometimes the lessons that you may feel you have not, passed and so forth and so on, are meant to give you a hard time to help you progress as a person. But fast movement, very fast movement. I'm sensing that you will be very passionate when you start to see your spiritual stuff flow like, a tsunami. But there's some things that need to get done. So be on the ready for the fast movement. Many of you have put in that hard work. You know your way around the manifestation circle. I'm not saying that everything that's going to be happening with the Eight of Wands fast movement has to do with manifesting anything. Sometimes it's just wrapping up certain cycles and just preparing the mind and shifting the perception for the certain phase that we might be in. We're always about shifting our perception. When you shift your perception, it's a form of growth. It's alignment. So you've been working hard and honing your craft. So when things start to really flow with this, Eight of Wands, you're going to be okay. Interestingly enough, we have the Eight of Wands and we have the Eight of Pentacles. So by all means, please look into that number on a numerological value. It is going to be a lot of honoring of the ancestors for those that resonate with this, and quite a few of you might actually be working with some planetary magic, and I'm seeing more on the Mars aspect. Many of you are going to delve deeper into the shadow realm and the underworld, whatever you want to call it. I personally like to just call it the underworld. But a lot of you are going to be working with the, when I say darker, I don't mean in a bad way, but a more shadowy aspect. Like, I compare it to the woods. You always see many pagans, practitioners, Wiccans, witches, magicians, spiritualists, yogis, etc., etc., etc. I know I probably butchered a couple of those. Please forgive me. but you always see them working with the light side of things. But how many times do you see them going for walks in the swamp areas where the mud is blacker than black, and when the sun sets you can hear all sorts of things and see all sorts of eyes that you didn't see before you entered. You're going to be working with things like that, and it's never a good or a bad thing. It's just the shadows, the darkness, that is a part of everything. And there's quite a few lessons to learn in the shadows within. I'm not saying you're going to be walking through the forest at 2 o'clock in the morning, but many of you are going to start to question the other side. Not, the not a heaven and hell thing. We ain't talking about that. But you're just going to start to question a lot more and delve deeper. And maybe a few of you will actually connect with a spirit or a force or an energy or a thought that used to freak you out. That happens for quite a few. Sooner or later, we say, well, we're going to go figure it out. And then we go connect with forces that we really thought were out to get us. And then in reality, you find out that they're as kind can be. You'll need the strength this dark time of the year. I sense that a few of you are going to be going through evolution. You're going to be facing a lot of your deep emotional currents. You're going to be facing a lot of things that normally would possibly drain you, that would leave you sitting there drained. Dealing with self and processing a lot of things that go on the inside, as well as energies or currents or things of that nature, can be a very draining thing at times. Just know that while you're going through this journey, for those that are delving into the shadowy realms and so forth and so on, now this does even connect to the fast movement as well. Remember that when you feel drained at the end of the day, just take some time out. I would honestly say for a few, keep a healing angel on deck, or keep a guide that is good with relaxing energy, so forth and so on, to really sit with you during the times you're trying to just ground and just detox, and just really just, okay, it's been a long day working this and this, and I just need to chill. Look at it like that. So make sure you really lean on your guides, and so forth and so on. The reason I said a healing angel is because, well, angels are pretty accessible and pretty straightforward, unless you get into something like a Nokian or something like that. But for the most part, I would suggest an archangel, but arcs are so well known, and I'm not saying that they can't be everywhere at the same time, but they're very well known and quite busy. If you go by the request aspect of things. All right. But hold on to the strength, and really just grind that strength out during the journey, and then just take time to just relax when it's all over. Whatever you do, don't sit up at night and allow yourself to stress over what it is you think you have done, what it is you think you have yet to do, what it is you feel that you did not do, so forth and so on, because that is not going to lead you to anything but disarray. And it's going to take you away from having a Ace of Cups moment, which is a rejuvenation, a refilling of your cups, so forth and so on. Also an expansion. For quite a few, a very, very deep, profound healing from the universe. Or, well, let's say gods and goddesses, ancestors. Okay? We don't want the universe to make you explode. We don't want that. So try not to let the Nine of Swords get you too much. Try not to let those lessons, tests, things you have not yet done, don't let those get in your brain and make you say, oh crap, I don't have time to get it done. Because you do. Okay? The Ace of Cups can come from that, but the one thing that can always stop our happiness the most is actually our thoughts. You've taken time to hone your craft. You're good to go. Again, like I said earlier, we don't finish everything out that we're meant to finish each year. If some people believe in reincarnation, that's your thing. We all know what that's for. We got to learn the lessons, so forth and so on. So I'm going to leave it like that. Hopefully, this resonates in some way, shape, manner, or form. If so, please like, share, and subscribe, and join the Craft and Conjure Aquarius Moon Tarot family. Peace.